Hello and welcome to the interview on France 24. I am Sylvain Attal and I'm pleased to talk today with an outstanding American movie director, David Lynch, the author of masterpieces like Eraserhead, Elephant Man, Sailor and Lula, the film won the Palme d'Or in Cannes, or Mulholland Drive. David Lynch is in France this spring, and what for? Not to talk about his latest movie or about the art of directing, but about his experience in transcendental meditation, or TM, which he is practicing for more than 30 years now. He says that TM, meditation, can drive you into the sweetest nectar of life, is a terrific remedy to stress, especially for children, and when practiced by at least 8,000 people together, can bring peace on earth. Good to have you in France 24, Mr. Lynch.
Sylvain, it's great to be here. Thank you very much.
That seems appealing.
Very appealing. I think today, like you said, we're not going to talk about film, but violence in schools is the thing. And violence in schools in France, but violence is happening in schools all over the world.
Of course.
And there's so much stress, and they find that stress is hitting kids at a younger and younger age, hitting all human beings. And there's so many things bad related to stress, stress-related illnesses, all kinds of strange behavior, pharmaceutical drugs, learning disabilities, bad relationships, all of this is going on. And if you're serious about reducing violence in schools, not only reducing violence, but bringing grades up, improvement in relationships, and improvement in relationships between students and teachers, and great appreciation for life and learning, it has to come from within. All these surface cures don't address the nightmare going on inside the students, inside the human beings. So if you make smaller classrooms with more one-on-one teachers time, bright-colored schoolrooms, new books, metal detectors, cameras in the hallway, it's not going to do a thing for the trouble inside us human beings. If you give them this technique to dive within and experience the big treasury within every human being, I'll tell you where you're going.
Yeah, you're going to show us with the
This
drawing.
is the surface of life, surface.
Okay.
Here we have over here matter. Here we have mind. Scientists about 300 years ago wanted to know what this matter was, what this glass really was, what this metal really was, what we really were. And they started looking deeper into matter. And they found very quickly, molecules, atoms, smaller and smaller particles, electrons. We learn all these things in school, but they found these things on deeper levels of matter, smaller and smaller particles. They found 4 forces, and on a deeper level, the 4 became 3, and on a deeper level, the 3 became 2, and about 35 years ago, they discovered the unified field, a field of unity, oneness, the unity of all the particles and all the forces of creation. Not only did they discover this unified field, but they said that everything that is a thing has emerged from this field.
So in other words, we're all made of this unified field.
This field is our home. And it's very strange because there is a science of consciousness. This is a field of pure consciousness. Consciousness is the key. Every one of us human beings has consciousness, but not everyone has the same amount. It's that self you talk to that's ageless, I amness of life, consciousness, ocean, unbounded, infinite, eternal ocean of unity, pure consciousness. Many names for this field, many names. This is the transcendental field, transcendental consciousness, ocean of pure bliss consciousness, the absolute totality, the self, kingdom of heaven, the Tao, being, all these names for this field.
How do you approach, how do you near with this pure consciousness?
Okay.
That's the process of meditation,
Meditation,
right?
Transcendental meditation is a mental technique. This level, we're talking about mind. How you get there is through a mental technique. Transcendental meditation will easily and effortlessly take you from the surface to the source of thought, which is the transcendent. You go through subtler levels of mind, subtler levels of intellect, and at the border, you transcend and experience this unbounded ocean of pure consciousness, the source of thought, source of everything. Source of thought is the source of a fish, a tree, a star, a galaxy, a universe.
What is it taking for, you mean, to drive to this? I mean, is anyone can do that?
Anyone you can.
Even if you're a beginner? Or
you will transcend, experience pure consciousness from your first meditation. It is not a concentration form of meditation nor a contemplation. They say any mental activity is going to keep you on the surface. You'll try, but you won't get here. This is the field that does everything for us human beings.
Okay, so
Transcendental meditation is just a key that opens the door to this level.
And you practicing every day, for example, what does it
Twice
take?
a day.
Twice a day.
You go 20 minutes in the morning, 20 minutes in the evening, and then the rest of the time you go about your business. You don't have to give up something. You don't have to believe it will work, and it will still work.
I mean, you didn't turn into
it
a
is
Buddhist
not a religion to
Yeah.
dive within and experience pure consciousness. It is not a sect to take this mental technique and experience pure consciousness. This consciousness has qualities. It is an ocean of infinite intelligence, infinite creativity, infinite love, infinite happiness, infinite energy, infinite peace. When you experience it truly, you infuse some of this. So whatever size ball of consciousness you had, now it starts to expand. And when you expand consciousness, there is a side effect. And the side effect, it's so beautiful. Negativity starts to recede. Stress, anxieties, tension, sorrow, depression, anger, rage, hate, and despair. All this starts to lift away. So you are in more and more freedom.
That's what you experienced yourself many years ago.
So beautiful. Experience it every day. You come out of meditation filled with happiness and energy.
Who made you experience that in the first place?
I got interested in meditation because of this phrase. True happiness is not out there. True happiness lies within, within. Many phrases all throughout time use the word within. The big treasury lies within. This is the field of true happiness. We all find happiness, but we see that it changes, it goes away, then we're on to something else. This happiness, you bring it up, it stays and grows. And a human being can unfold his or her full potential. We're marvelous things, these human beings, beautiful. A student gets this, intelligence goes up, creativity goes up, love goes up, happiness goes up, energy. People are so fatigued. You dive in the ocean of infinite energy. No more falling asleep in class. Ability to focus goes. The teacher says, Billy is able to focus now. Relationships improve. People became your friends, not your enemy.
I'd like to ask you, for example, for many years you didn't want to talk about that.
Right.
I'd like to know why in the first place.
I felt it was my technique for me personally, and fine. If somebody asked me, David, what are you going into the other room to do? I'd say, I'm going in to meditate. And they say, I want to know about this, I would tell them. But when you say in interviews where you're talking about a film that you do transcendental meditation, then they think the whole interview goes, that way, and all the films are based on this. It's when Maharishi came out, Maharishi Mahesh Yogi is the one that brought this back. He didn't make it up. It's an ancient form of meditation.
Of course.
So he brought this back, and It's a technique that you get over 4 days. You want a legitimate teacher. And if you have a school that wants it, the teachers will come in, teach all the students who want it, all the teachers, the staff, the principal. And these schools that have this, in other parts of the world, there's about 20 now in the United States. When the foundation was formed, there's about 3. You take a troubled school, within 1 year, the violence stops. All these things happen, 180 degrees turn, because it comes from within.
Yeah, of course. Where did you experience that in schools, for example? Is there any school that's
yes,
that
and they're
that?
documenting all these schools, and you can get a list of schools that have this around the world, schools that were some of the worst in their state, and see the transformation. Hear the stories from the teachers, the principal, and the students.
Other question.
Sure.
If it's so easy and doesn't involve, for example, any expensive material, and you say in 4 days, for example, you can start meditating and have effects on your personal life.
Right.
Why so few people are meditating? I was told that, for example, in the whole world, 6 million maybe are experiencing meditation. Why so few people? If it's so easy.
That people think now so many misunderstandings are going away. I think 6 or 7 million will turn into 100 million, will turn into 1 billion soon. Because now there's so much research done. For instance, the brain research. When a person truly transcends and experiences this level, it's the only experience in life that lights up the full brain on the EEG machine. Total brain coherence, they call it. So you see the relationship between the human being and this field. Any other thing we do in life just uses a small part of the brain. They say we only use 5 or 10% of the brain. Here's an experience, full brain. When you transcend, they call it a holistic experience.
David,
so all avenues of life improve. Okay.